The following program contains shocking assertions of truth. If you suffer from relativism, Randall may not be right for you. Check with your local guru.
Mr. Obama, what did you do? You done trashed the Bill of Rights, man, and you spied on us too. Mr. Obama, my man, what done come over you? Yeah. You don't like Mr. Snowden. He done did you wrong. He done started singing that whistleblower song. Hey, Mr. Obama, in those immortal words, why can't we just all get along without you dipping in our business? Hey, what you doing in my crib with a microphone anyway? Mr. Obama, it's time for you to go, time for you to get out of our business. I don't even like the way you look. I think your suit looks like it came from Kmart, in fact. What kind of commander-in-chief spies on his own people? Ask everybody in the FBI to spy on each other. What is wrong with you, man? That's all I'm saying.
Standing for truth in the four corners of America. Fighting for justice on the frontiers of the culture wars. And turning resistance into an art form. Randall Terry.
Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Snowden, where's he going? Obama trying to get him. We're not going to scramble jets to try and bring down a 29-year-old hacker. I think that he just told us he's going to try and kill Snowden. I mean, think about it. When somebody says, I'm not doing this, that's usually what they're doing. All right, we've got a lot to talk about in today's program, but first, a quick word of wisdom. No, it's not wisdom. Granny Jihad is not wisdom. She looks weird. Just watch her. You'll see.
It's time now for Down Home with Granny Jihad.
Allah da krapa! Boys and girls, very serious lesson. Muhammad said, whoever changed his Islamic religion, then kill him. So, do not become Christian. Then I have to kill you.
Welcome to the program, friend. All right, Mr. Snowden, as of the filming of this show, has been offered asylum in Venezuela, as you probably know, also in Bolivia, and it appears that Nicaragua is also going to offer him asylum. He is basically holed up, perhaps trapped, in the international area of the Moscow airport. One Moscow official actually tweeted that he had accepted Venezuela's offer. Like, please go. I'm tweeting you with magic thoughts to get you out of our airport and out of our country. And WikiLeaks, who actually has a pretty significant bent towards the truth, has said, no, this is not true. I would be personally uncomfortable having the world's largest leaker protecting my secrecy and trying to get me into another country. That just seemed odd to me. It just did. Let me say a couple things. I am in a really weird place, and maybe you are too, emotionally, intellectually, about Snowden and about the United States of America in particular. I'm going to spend a good deal of time on this program looking at the Patriot Act, looking at senators who want to revise certain portions of the Patriot Act, looking at Obama requiring FBI employees to begin spying on each other. All right, there's a lot going on here. But let me start with Snowden and then go to the bigger picture. At this point, knowing what we know, I really hope Snowden gets away. I really do. I don't know very much about him as a man. I don't know about his faith, his integrity. I just don't know. But he's not the issue. What he did by letting the world know that the U.S. government is currently spying on all of its citizens, it is spying on citizens in the countries of our allies. It is actually spying on certain governments of our allies. All right? What Snowden has done by releasing the truth is of, in my opinion, incredible value. Because we need to know what our government is doing. This is supposed to be government of the people, by the people, for the people. And if our government, without our knowledge and consent, is collecting all of our phone calls, all of our emails, all of our texts, and we just found out they're monitoring all our mail, then something is wrong. Our liberty is not only in jeopardy, our government has a stranglehold around the neck of Lady Liberty and is in the middle of choking her out. And what Snowden did was of inestimable value for our protection, for the protection of our liberties. Now, in case you did not hear the news, in the last 2 or 3 days, the government has confessed that it developed a computer program to record every single piece of mail, not the content of the letter, but who the letter is from and where it's going. Every single piece of mail that is being sent by the U.S. Postal Service is virtually every piece. If you drop a piece of mail in the post office at Romney, West Virginia, to go to another resident in Romney, West Virginia, that little post office does not have this spying capability. But the major transfer stations of the U.S. postal system, where the vast majority of mail goes, is taking a picture of both sides of your envelope so that it can know who's writing to you and who you're writing to. So at this point, thanks to Snowden and a few others, we now know that the government is basically tracking everything we communicate, which is another way of saying that they're tracking virtually everything we do. Because most of us talk about what we do, talk about where we're going, talk about who we're hanging out with, talk about what's on our mind. Liberty is in great danger. We are in great danger. And we owe Snowden a debt of gratitude. And for that reason, I hope he gets away safe with his freedom. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about other areas where the U.S. government has gone awry and then begin to ask this question. And it's a painful question. Is the United States right now the international bad guy? Have we become the bad guy? My wife and I, for 5 years, have been grinding our own wheat and baking our own bread from scratch. Within 2 hours, you can have fresh wheat in your hand and then piping hot bread come out of the oven. The most nutritious and delicious bread you will ever have. And we do it for under $1 a loaf. Call Paula's Bread and find out about this grain mill and the mixer and how it can save you money and change your life. A nation without a conscience is a nation without a soul. A nation without a soul is a nation that cannot live. Sir Winston Churchill. Welcome back to the program, friend. It has recently come to light that in addition to the NSA and other elements of the security apparatus, that even sounds dark. The security apparatus is watching you. In addition to what Snowden brought to light, it recently also came to light that Obama has ordered, over a year and a half ago, but it came to light recently, that he has ordered all federal employees to spy on each other. Now, ostensibly, this is so that they can look for people who might leak things. We've got to stop all these leaks. All right? So what is he asking them to do? He's trying to get them to use what are called behavioral profiling techniques. All right? So you want to look at somebody showing indicators of insider threat behavior. What does that mean? Look at their lifestyles. Where are they eating? What are they wearing? Did they get any recent piercings? Their attitudes. I'm sick of what's going on in this office. They've got a bad attitude. We've got to watch them. Their behaviors. Hey, you want to go out for a beer after work? Well, he didn't used to go out for a beer. What's wrong with this man? They want you to they want federal employees to keep an eye on somebody having financial troubles. They're sitting at their desk going, man, I'm a week late on my mortgage. I'm stressing out. Mark him. Mark him. He might become a spy. He might become a leak. He might take a $100 bribe from an Associated Press reporter and leak something. Odd working hours. Had a rough night, overslept, came to work late. Mark that down. That could be a sign of trouble. Unexplained travel. Hey guys, my wife and I got a wild hair. We're going to go to the beach for the weekend. I asked for Monday off too. Wish me luck. That's weird travel. And then add to that, they want to discuss someone going through divorce, separation, marital issues. Keep your eye on all of this. A woman comes to work. My husband and I had a horrible fight last night. Mark that. This person might become a leak. If you consider our human experience together, who doesn't have marital difficulties? From time to time, right? Who doesn't have weird behavior? Who doesn't have shifts in their attitudes? Who doesn't have a change in lifestyle, wardrobe, haircut? People who dye their hair. I'm tempted to change what I wear on this show and to dye my hair like Ronald Reagan did, just so that I can have a behavioral and attitude change. This is horrific. It's disgusting. It puts everyone in a position where they don't trust anyone. Human society, human life functions at some level on the basis of trust. You use your credit card, you assume that the person is not stealing it. You buy something at the store, you assume that the people at the cash register are not sending out an email telling everyone in the world what you just bought, whatever it is. This spells the death of community, of trust. But more important than that, it shows that the government is maniacal to know what's going on in everyone's life so that it can have this overarching power and authority and keep everyone in line so that no one tells what the government is doing that might be unethical or illegal or unconstitutional or immoral. In other words, this has become like a cult. This has become like some dark, sinister conspiracy, like organized crime. How do you think that organized crime works? We've all got this oath, this commitment to commit evil, and we never rat each other out, and we're always spying on each other for the boss. And if anyone suspects you're starting to get out of line, you're interrogated, maybe you're just killed instantly. Now, the government hasn't gone to that extreme. Hopefully they never will. But it's just a matter of degrees. Our government may be becoming the international bad guy. We're going to talk more about it when we come back. We'll look at the Patriot Act. And how much does the government pay to snoop on you? Did you know that AT&T and Verizon and other communications and computer companies are making some serious jack off of turning over the data? You want me to snoop on my friends? I don't like doing that. No, I'm not going to do it. How much is in it for me? Good. Talk to me. Let's talk. Do you want to have knowledge, wisdom, discernment? If so, you have to read good books on theology, history, books that look at the lives of great men and women. So to help you to become a more effective Christian, a better witness for truth, somebody who can engage in productive conversation that exhorts and edifies those that you speak with, we're going to do something crazy. We're offering you these 7 books for a gift of any size. You just pay for the shipping and handling, and then give whatever gift that you can, and we will send them to you. But just to make it a little bit more crazy, I will send you a second copy of my 3 books, autographed. You can give them as a gift to your pastor or to a family member and help extend truth and justice in the world. This is while supplies last. For behold, God is my helper, and the Lord is the protector of my soul. Turn back the evils upon my enemies, and cut them off in thy truth. Welcome back to the program, friend. How much money is our data worth to the government or to some of the companies who are being forced to turn over the data? All right, let's take a look. AT&T, when they get a court order, imposes a $325 activation fee for each wiretap and then $10 a day to maintain it. Now, I don't remember, what was it, $19,000 a month or some pretty high number. I don't want to be wrong, but let's just say that there's 10,000 people that have a wiretap. Well, 10,000 times $325, if I add 5 zeros to that, what does that come out to, Tom? 32 million bucks. That's some serious money. 10,000 people at 10 bucks a day, that's $100,000 a day to maintain the wiretap. That's some serious money. Cricket and U.S. Cellular, they said to the government, we'll cut you a deal, all right? AT&T is our competitor. We want to work with you. $250 activation fee. Verizon, you know that Verizon always wanted to be the elite. They're like the Lexus, okay? You're going to have to pay more, Uncle Sam. They charge $775 for the activation fee because they send flowers. And $500 a month. That's what they're charging the federal government. Now, Facebook says it doesn't charge the government for access. I mean, after all, we all know Facebook is free. Why discriminate against Uncle Sam? Microsoft, Yahoo, and Google will not say how much they charge. However, the American Civil Liberties Union has said that they found out that email records can be turned over for as little as 25 bucks. That's a bargain when you think about it. So all your email records, $25. Click. They're all yours, Uncle Sam. Quote, what we don't want is surveillance to become a profit center, said Christopher Soigan, the ACLU's principal technologist. But it's always better to charge $1. It creates friction and creates transparency because it generates a paper trail that can be tracked. So in other words, he's saying, well, I guess we would rather have them charge $1 because at least there's a transaction. There's stuff that can be leaked. Look, here's the receipt. It was $1, and now all of your emails have been transferred to the government. But it is a profit center. I mean, if you want to think about this, let's assume for a minute that AT&T and Verizon and these other internet companies have some moral compunction against allowing their clients and their customers to be spied upon. They feel bad about it. When you start talking about $100,000 a day, tens of millions of dollars in activation fees, my conscience doesn't feel as bad. I'm suddenly starting to feel patriotic. When I come back from this break, I'll tell you about a man who did a little civil disobedience in Washington, D.C. on July 4th, and 4 days later had his door kicked down and a flash grenade delivered. I'm not kidding. Right back. How would you like to be able to reach hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of potential customers with your product or your company or your web-based business? Well, you can do that right here on this show. Every single day, we get phone calls or letters or orders online from states all over the country where people are watching this television show. Right now, we are seen in 45 cities at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time every night, and then a rerun again at 12:30 midnight. You can reach them using this show at advertising rates that are so inexpensive, it would blow your mind. So, if you're interested, contact us at the phone number that you see on the screen or the email address, and we can talk about how you can grow your business and help support this show. James Madison said, "A well-instructed people alone can be permanently a free people." Welcome back to the program, friend. All right, I'm not sure if the man is a hero. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he is a heroic crazy man. Maybe he's a crazy hero. Anyway, his name is Adam Kokesh. On July 4th at Freedom Plaza, which is just a few blocks from the White House, been there many times, he made a video, okay, and then he posted it online. And in the video, he had an unloaded shotgun, allegedly, and then he put a shell in it, allegedly. We don't know what was in that shell. It could have been a blank. Anyway, and then he put a video up online saying that we're going to stand for our liberties and this is still America. 4 days later, the jackboot thugs show up, kick the door down, throw in a flashbang grenade, all right? Wrestle him to the ground, guns drawn. They find the gun. They also find some drugs. I'm not sure what the drugs were. The news reports thus far haven't said. He's probably a libertarian kind of guy. And I don't know if they were there or not, so I'm not trying to condemn him. I'm just saying that this is going to be a part of the mix. But they literally, rather than just send him a warrant, send a policeman by, give him a call, hey, we'd like to talk to you about this video, all right? He didn't threaten anyone. He didn't discharge the weapon. He made a video, okay? He made a video. If you think about the corrupt, vile, unthinkable videos that can be obtained any second of the day online, and the police, the federal government doesn't do anything about that. So you got a guy who is practicing a little bit of civil disobedience, and they literally kick in the door. Again, I ask the question, are we becoming the bad guy? We'll keep you updated on that story as it progresses. Senator Wyden, who is a Democrat from Oregon, and Senator Udall, who is a Democrat from Colorado, are calling now for open hearings on exactly what the NSA is doing. And basically they're saying that the Bill of Rights, all right, 3rd, 4th, 5th Amendment to the Constitution, does not permit the government to spy on all Americans. It's blatantly unconstitutional. Now, I want to just take a minute to ask those of you who have fallen for the temptation of being partisan. I'm a Republican no matter what. I hate the Democratic Party. Well, in this moment, it's two Democrats who are trying to defend your liberty. And it's Republicans like Pete McCarthy King who are saying we've got to hunt Snowden down. We've got to keep this government program in place. It's protecting us. If you want the government to protect you, I mean truly protect you, then just go with your hands out, say put me in cuffs here and put me in a really big building that's got bars and then another set of bars around that and another set of chain link fence and maybe razor wire at the top and keep me safe. Because you can be safe if you're willing to give up your liberty. I mean, which do you choose? Liberty or security?